Hopefully you have your donuts problem handy, but we are going to start out with this pattern work in your folder. So on the page about multiplying fractions, you had all of the top part there done. Now today we are going to do a little bit more. We're going to look at the fraction 1/4 and the whole number 12. So if you have 12 items and you take 1/4 of them, you are taking your 12 and dividing it into 4 equal sections, and you're only taking one of those sections. So 12 divided by 4 is 3, and since I'm only taking one section, there would be 3 items in 1/4 of 12. 2/4 of 12. Well, if there's 3 and 1/4, there should be 6 in 2/4. But let's see if that works. Take your 12 and divide it among 4 sections, and take 2 of those sections. So if we take our 12 and divide it among 4 sections that are not exactly equal, but they're supposed to be, in order to get 12 items, I need to put 3 in each of the 4 sections. So now that I have my 12 divided into fourths, I take 3 for 1/4, 3 more for 2/4. So indeed, that equals 6. 12 divided into 4 sections means 3 in each section. 3 times 2 gives me the 6. If that's true, then 12 divided into 4 sections gives me 3. If I take those 3 times, I should get 9. Does it work? Well, here's 1/4, here's 2 out of 4, here's 3 out of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What about if I have all 4 of them? Well, it should come out to be 12 dots if I take all 4 sections. But let's do the math. 12 divided into 4 sections, that would be 3 in each section. If I take those 3 dots 4 times, I indeed have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now I'm turning things around. 5/4. Well, you could also think of this as 1 and 1/4. If it's 1 and 1/4, I know there should be 12 in one thing, 3 more in 1/4 should come out to be 15. But let's do it the division and multiplication way. Take my 12 dots, divide them into groups of 4, take 5 of those equal groups. 12 divided by 4 is 3. I have that 3 dots 5 times. It does come out to be 15. What if I do 1/4 of 24? 24 divided into groups of 4 means there will be 6 in each group. I only have one group, so that means 6. 24 divided into groups of 4 means there are 6 in each group, but now I have 6 2 times, so that will be 12. 24 divided into groups of 4 means there will be 6 in each group. I have 3 groups of 6, meaning I have 18. 24 divided into groups of 4 means there will be 6 in each group. I have 4 of those groups. 6 times 4 is 24. 24 total divided into groups of 4 means I have 6 in each group. I have 5 groups of 6. That means I have 30. Now if you look, 12 is half of 24. So 1/4 of 12 is 3. 1/4 of 24 is 6. So these amounts should double, and indeed they do. I kind of set that up on purpose too. If you don't have this copied yet, you need to pause and get it all copied, and then switch over to the donut problem. For your donuts, you should have taken your 12, and half of your 12 are going to be chocolate. How much is half of 12? That would be 6. I would like you, if you do not have this problem written in here, write in half of 12 equals 6, and then check yourself. You should have 6 donuts in your chocolate spot. Glazed donuts, we need 1/3 of the 12. So in our glazed spot, if you don't have this, I want you to write it. 1/3 of 12. 12 divided into 3 is 4 in each spot. I only have one of them, so there should be 4 donuts that are glazed. How many donuts are apple cider? Well, if I have 4 glazed and 6 chocolate, that means I have 10. In order to get to a dozen total, I just need 2 apple cider donuts. So I will have 2 apple cider donuts. Do I have a dozen total? Well, I have 6 plus 2 plus 4, that's 8 plus 4 does equal 12. If you got that part wrong, you need to fix it. And today's part of the assignment now is to figure out the cost. So I have chocolate donuts, 125. How many times? Times 6. Don't line up the decimal, just multiply and doink at the end. I have apple cider donuts. They're 75 cents each. I have 75 cents 2 times. Don't line up the decimal, just doink at the end. Glazed donuts, 75 cents. I have that 4 times. Don't line up the decimal, doink at the end. Once you know how much each kind costs, add that up to get your total cost of these dozen donuts. That you need to photograph and send to me. There is one other thing that you need to do for today, and I have it here, really I do, somewhere, because I'm prepared. It's right like under my hand. Okay, so you have a sheet like this in the paperwork for the week. You will notice, and you might even want to sort of go over these darker lines. It's in sections, and the fraction will change with each section. All right? So, the first section is dealing with thirds of a foot. How many inches in 1 foot? 12 inches in 1 foot. So, for this problem, you have to find 1/3 of 12 equals. And yes, this is exactly how I want you to do it. Then you need 2/3 of 12 equals. If you don't feel like writing of, you can put 3/3 times 12. And then 4/3 of 12 and 5/3 of 12. Do circle the final answer, but I want the problem written. In this second section, how many inches in a, be careful, yard? Well, there are 3 feet in 1 yard. If there are 12 inches in 1 foot, we have 12 inches 3 times. 12 inches 3 times gives you 36 inches in 1 yard. So now you are dealing with 1/4 of 36 and 2/4 of 36 and 3/4 of 36 and 4/4 and 5/4 of 36. The math changes again. How many ounces in 1 pound? 16 ounces in 1 pound. It's abbreviated OZ. How many ounces in half of? Well, what is 1/2 of 16? What is 1/4 of 16? What is 1/8 of 16? 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 1/2. Be careful. And 5/8. So So you need to write out all of the problems, not just the ones that I did. Get your answer, circle your final answer. This, as well as your final answer for how much the donuts cost, is your homework for today. Thank you very much.